Hello Kaushik, Dovikin, Ananthaswamy, Danish. Good evening, Shubhashandu. I hope you guys are doing really great and you are having a great time of your life. And welcome to the sure shot, high weightage, most important session before your West Bengal JEE 2022 exam. So all the lovely warriors join in and we are going to solve some amazing questions in this mock test. Shubhashandu, hello everyone, Kemon acho? Ami bole bolshi. Okay, I hope that's what it means. How are you? And I hope you are doing great in Bengali. Yes, podna hai. You guys are going to rock it for sure. All right. So guys, let's rock it. Good evening, Shubhashandu everyone. Hi Yash, hi Avantkanti. And today's session is going to be very, very critical because I know just few hours left. I'm going to keep it quick. I'm going to give you the most important questions along with the concepts associated with it in this session. Amar naam Shreyas, my name is Shreyas and I'm your physics master teacher and I'm going to help you out crack your exams, be it engineering, be it medical, and that too in English medium in this channel. And thank you a lot for making this channel grow and make it, cross 1 lakh subscribers. All thanks to your love and support. And I hope you guys, if you're new, you have hit the subscribe button by now. And if you're already a subscriber, you know what to do. Give your small Guru Dakshina by smashing the like button. So let's begin. Yes, pura revise karenge, Vamita. Don't worry. We are going to solve all the important high weightage topics. And let me give you some important pointers also before we start. And guys, yesterday's mock test is also available in the Telegram channel. If you're new, do not forget to check it out. Please go through all the questions which I have put up in the PDF. It's there in the Telegram channel. The link is in the description box below. Remember, you have categories of questions. The first category has -1/4 marks. The next category has -½ marks. And the last category, the difficult one, will have no negative marks. So guys, I know a lot of you will be interested in solving these, but remember it will also take more time, although it does not have negative. So you choose the questions wisely here. These are the paper solving tips for tomorrow. Choose the questions wisely. Do not waste too much time. In that same time, you might be able to solve 2 or 3 questions, which is more doable. If I am the person or a student, I would be focusing on this category a lot because 2 marks, negative marking is there, but I will get a lot of score over here if I know I have done it correctly. So if you are confident enough, please focus on these questions, then on this and this. But here you select the questions. If you do not know it, please move ahead to the next one. Is this clear? I know Shani, tomorrow is your exam. All right. Yes, West Bengal JEE entrance exam. The joint entrance test for like state CET is there, KCET is there, MHT CET is there. So like that, West Bengal also has the, its own entrance test. So which colleges will you get? You will get these top colleges. Jadavpur University is the top college, the most sought of college for all the students who are going to write this exam. These colleges are also very good. So if you get into one of these colleges, and trust me, if you do not have any better choices, please go ahead with this. These colleges are very reputed. Fees are not that great. And also you will get a very good reputation, also very good education at decent prices from all these colleges. So these are the top colleges which you should aim for. Just to give you an example of Jadavpur University, look at this. The highest package last year was 58 lakhs. Average package is 10.2 lakhs. It is higher than many NITs and even IITs. Let me tell you that. It's higher than that. Also, the college fees is just 10,000 bucks. I mean, it's crazy, right? So that's about Jadavpur University. If you look at the cutoffs, just so that you know what are you targeting at. So the ranks in general, this is how it looks like for mechanical, for information technology, electrical, CSE, look at it. Highest sort of branch, computer science, obviously. This is what you can expect, even this year. I have given it for general, SC, ST and OBC categories for all the top branches. So if you are aiming for these top colleges, you should definitely, think about aiming these ranks in Jadavpur University. Obviously, the ranks will go much lower for other colleges out here, but you know what to target for. Are you guys now ready to start the preparation? This entire PDF with these slides will be available to you in the PDF, and you can get the PDF via the Telegram group. So make sure you join the Telegram channel. The link is there in the description box. Hello Killer, hello Sinuju. Let's begin. And yes, Varnita, sorry. Let's start the session with amazing questions coming up on your screen. Keep your pens, papers ready, your mind on alert, complete focus on the screen and whatever I say, and make sure you answer in the chat box as soon as you feel you have landed up with the answer. Don't worry, we are not here to judge. Nobody is here to judge. I want your full support and love for this particular session. Starting with the first question, three bodies of the same material and having masses m, 3m are at temperatures 40, 50, 60. If the bodies are brought in thermal contact, then what is the final temperature? All right. So what is the method to solve this question? You should realize that this is a question based on heat exchange and attaining thermal equilibrium. So hot bodies lose heat, cold bodies gain heat till they attain thermal equilibrium. So heat lost by hot body is equal to the heat gained by cold body. This is the law of thermal equilibrium for calorimeter. Every body will never lose out heat to the surroundings. If it is isolated, it will just exchange the heat till it attains thermal equilibrium. So which are the hot bodies, which are the cold bodies? So whenever you have three bodies, generally students get confused. So here is the trick. Just write down the temperatures 40, 50 and 60. Now I don't know what will be the final temperature, but I know one thing for sure. It will be below 60 and above 40. Will it be above 50 or will it be below 50 or will it be 50? That is something I don't know. You have to assume. Is that clear? Now what you need to understand is just assume something. Let's say the final temperature is T. That means these will become your cold bodies. This will become your hot body. That's what will happen. Now start writing the equations, you will get the answer. The heat lost by the hot body. Hot body will lose how much heat? mc, but the mass of the hot body is 3m. Look at this. 60 degrees Celsius is 3m. So make sure you write 3m over here. Change in the temperature, high minus low, 60 minus T, the difference in the temperature, bigger number minus smaller number. 60 is bigger than T because I have assumed T is between 60 and 50. I hope that makes sense. All right. So just write it. You have just joined. Don't worry. This is the first question coming up on your screen. Even if you have missed, you can watch the replay later on. Heat gained by the cold body. These two are the cold bodies. The masses are M and M. M and M, they all have temperatures 50 and 40. You can see that right over here. So MC T minus 40 plus MC T minus 40. Sorry, that's 50 because the other temperature is 50. That's it. Now MNC get cancelled. 60 into 3, 180 minus 3T is equal to T minus 40 plus T minus 50. So these two T's and these three T's, you can put it together, 40, 50, you bring it here. So 180 plus 40 plus 50 is equal to T plus 3T. This will be 5T. This will be 90 plus 180, 270. So T will be equal to, you can check this out, 54. Is it 54? Yes. Option B should be correct. Done. I hope you guys understood the concept. So the concepts involved over here, quick revision. Because two or more bodies brought together, they will exchange heat and the hotter bodies will cool, colder bodies will become hot till they attain same equilibrium temperature. You always assume some temperature to be the the equilibrium temperature, and you can assume it anywhere but between the highest and the lowest temperature. Since I assume T to be somewhere here, this body will cool, these two bodies will heat. So heat lost by the hot body will be the heat gained by the cold bodies. Even if you assume T to be here, then you will get the same answer, just that 60 and 50 both will lose heat and 40 will gain heat. No matter what you do, no matter where you assume, you will still land up at the same answer. So you don't have to think, sir, how did you know? Are you some chamatkari? Are you some, very brainy teacher who knows the answer? No, I didn't know the answer. I just happened to assume it between 60 and 50, and coincidentally it came between that. Even if I had assumed it here, still I will get the same answer. Yes, so let's begin with the next question coming up on your screen, and here it is on simple harmonic motion. Yes, Manojyoti, very good, very good. So, Parnita, the competition will decrease due to board exams, I doubt, because a lot of students have studied really well. I'm pretty sure because they had a lot of time at home. So, I feel that, you cannot say so clearly unless and until at least the first attempt is over. So, there are both sides of the coin. You don't have to worry. The only thing you can prepare for is what you are putting in, what effort you are putting in. So, don't worry what others are doing. You put in your 100%. In this question, you can notice the velocity of the particle is 13 when the distance is 3, and velocity is 12 when the distance is 5. The frequency of SHM is being asked. So what do we need to do? All right. So I will be doing for CET as well. Don't worry, bacha. Now look at this question. Velocity is given when distance is given, and you have to find the frequency. So is there a formula relating velocity, distance, frequency? I think so. And that formula is V is equal to omega root A square minus X square. I know V and X. I do not know omega or amplitude, but I want to find frequency. So I should get rid of amplitude. I want this, I know this and this, but I don't know this also. So I'll try to get this out of the equation. How do I do that? Observe. First of all, bring omega below. So V by omega will be root of A square minus X square. Correct? Now square both sides. So V square by omega square will be A square minus X square. Therefore, A square will be nothing but V square by omega square plus X square. Now I know the amplitude is the same, just that the velocity is different, X is different. So since amplitude is basically same, so hence I can write it down something like this. Observe. Velocity is 13 when distance is 3. So for the first situation, I will take the velocity as 13. So 13 square by omega square plus X square. What is X? X is 3. So 3 square is equal to, for the second time, the velocity is 12 meters per second for a distance of 5 meter. So velocity is 12 square, velocity is 12, so square it, divided by omega. Omega I do not know, plus the distance is 5, so plus 5 square. I want to find out omega, so rearrange this equation. So I'll get 13 square minus 12 square by omega square is 5 square minus 3 square. 13 square 169, 12 square 144. Subtract the 2, 169 minus 144 is nothing but 25 divided by omega square. 25 minus 9 is nothing but 16. So omega square is nothing but 25 by 16. So omega is nothing but 5 by 4. But I don't want omega, I want frequency, which is in hertz. Be careful about it. So omega, which is 2 pi f, will be 5 by 4. So f will be 5 by 4 to the 8 pi. Hence this is the final answer. 5 by 8 pi, which is option B. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very good, Manav Jyoti. Very good. Dinesh, no bacha, unfortunately. All right. So, because not so popular exam. So, that's why. All right, bacha log. Shall we move ahead to the next question? All right. Cool. Let's see what our next question is. So by the way, the previous question involved only one equation. You have to know all the formulas of SHM for displacement, velocity, acceleration, the graphs, energy, the time period, frequency, how they are related. All these equations, if you know, it will click which equation you should use, what you should eliminate. So first I got rid of amplitude by getting this form, and then since I knew both the pieces of information, I have solved it this way. All right. So in this question, let's see what is asked. So there is an object 4 meters from lens 1, I think, and lens 2 is 3 meters away. Focal lengths are given. This is 2 meters focal length and this is 1 meter focal length. And the question is, where is the final image formed by the second lens as compared to the initial source. Shall we do it? Shall we do this question? Let's try and do this question. All right. So first of all, let's do it for the first lens, for this lens. So for this lens, the object is here. This is the object, object 1. So U will be minus 4 and focal length will be, I think, 2 meters plus 2 because it's a convex lens, so positive. V is not known, so 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. If I use this, so 1 by V minus 1 by minus 4 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore 1 by V is equal to 1 by 2, minus minus plus goes there, again becomes minus, so minus 1 by 4. Half minus 1/4 is again 1/4, so that's 1 by V, of course. So therefore V is equal to plus 4 meters. So I got V as plus 4 meters. What it means is that the image is formed somewhere here. This is where the intermediate image is formed. But this intermediate image will now become the object. This will become now the object for the next refraction by this lens. Remember, this object, although it is on this side, remember this is actually a virtual object. It's actually a virtual object because if you think about it, what is happening is the rays coming out of this lens are trying to meet. They are trying to meet over here, but they will again get refracted and they will form an image somewhere else only. Okay, so for the second part, the object distance is plus. Be careful, this whole distance was 4. From this lens it is just 1 because you have to always measure object distance from the lens itself. So it will be nothing but plus 1 meter. Focal length is also plus 1. So 1 by V minus 1 by U. U is 1 is equal to 1 by F. So therefore 1 by V is equal to 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2. Therefore V is equal to half, which is nothing but 0.5 meters. But I don't think 0.5 meters is there here. 0.5 meters is not there. But read the question. Final image as compared to the source. So the final image is 0.5 meter from this lens. So the actual distance will be this 4 plus this 3 plus that next distance, which is 0.5, which is 7.5 meters. And I think 7.5 meters is there in the options. Yes, option A is correct. Hello Hari. Yep, very good Manojyoti. I hope you guys understood how to solve the question. Is it an amazing question? Everybody clear? Amazingo? Clearo? Can we move ahead? Let me know. All right. Chalo, let's see what's the next question on our screen. Hello Ajay. Good evening. Shubhashando, everyone. So we have two charges lying on a line. Another charge is placed at the midpoint of the line. Then the system will be in equilibrium for what value of Q? All right. So we have two charges, Q and Q, along a line, and at the midpoint you are keeping another charge. So let's say this is another charge. So what should be the value of that charge so that it will be in equilibrium? It's obvious now that if these three have to be in equilibrium, there is only one way for that. These two charges, Q and Q, will definitely repel. So this Q and this Q will apply force of repulsion. There will be repulsion. And for them to be in equilibrium, net force must be 0. Hence, on this Q, there must be another opposing force, and that can only come from this Q charge in between. So there must be another force which is basically attractive in nature. And that can only happen if this Q is negative charge, otherwise it will never happen. So if you see all the options which are negative only will be correct, C and D will be obviously wrong. C and D has gone out of the question. Alright, now you just assume the distances and you will get the answer. Assume this as R and this is also R. So naturally this whole distance is 2R. So just the attractive force is equal to the repulsive force. How much will be the attractive force? K, Q, Q divided by R square. How much will be the repulsive force? The repulsive force will be K, capital Q divided by 2R whole square. Q, Q, K, K, R square gets cancelled. So I think I'm just left with Q by 1 is equal to capital Q by 2 square, which is 4. So Q will be just Q by 4, but this is magnitude wise. But sign wise, it will be obviously negative. Hi Srinidhi Shetty, welcome. Yes, positive answer cannot be correct. It has to be negative. You can see that option A only. Yes, D and C automatically gets eliminated. Very good, Amin, and very good Ishan, very good Mohammed. All right, how U was 1, Vamita, for the previous question? Look over here. The object distance, what did it come out? 4, right? Sorry, the image distance came out to be 4, right? From which lens? This lens. So if the image is formed here, for this lens, how much is the object distance? Because that image becomes the object. So if the image distance is 4, which now becomes the object, from this lens, 4 minus 3 will be 1. Hence, U is 1. I hope that makes sense. Yep, very good. Shall we move ahead to the next one? And here it is, the next question on your screens now. NPN transistor current gain 80 in a common emitter mode gives emitter current equal to this much the base current is. Whenever you see these kind of questions, just quickly visualize how will the circuit diagram look like. Rough diagram, that is also enough. So let's say this is your transistor. Since it is common emitter mode, that means the emitter which is there, that is common in both the circuits. This is your base, this is your collector. This is how roughly the circuit will look like. This will be your input. This side will be the output circuit. This is output, this is input. So the gain, current gain always is output by input. So current gain is always output by input. Hence, this will be, what is the output? It will be IC. And what is the input? It will be base current. IC by IB, I know what it is. It is nothing but your beta. So beta is given to you. So AT is equal to IC by IB. Naturally, IC will be 80 times of IB. Okay, this is one equation which I got, but I don't think it's useful because collector current is not given, emitter current is given, and base current is asked. So I think I need one more relationship, and that relationship is standard. Emitter current is always the sum of base current plus collector current. This is very, very important, guys. So the collector current and the base current together give you emitter current. Collector plus base merge gives you emitter current. This is very important. Yes, Srinidhi, it is very important. Yes, and from that only you will be able to crack JEE and NEET. Now, I think I can solve this. Emitter current is equal to 8.1, what is it? Milliampere. Base current, I do not know, plus IC is nothing but, look at it from here, 80 times of IB. Hence, on the RHS, I will get it as 81 times of IB is nothing but 8.1 milliamperes. Naturally, the base current will be 8.1 by 81, which is nothing but 0.1 milliamperes. And I have got the answer perfectly. So is it there somewhere? Yes, option C, of course. Can you see that? Very good. Excellent, my warriors. So what were the tricks used in this problem? Draw a rough diagram. Something will be common. Something will be output, something will be input. Output by input is gain. From the gain, you have found out the relation between two currents. And you know, the sum of base and collector is always the emitter current. Use these relationships of gain and the sum, you will always land up with the final answer for currents. Okay, so moving on to the next question. All right. Okay, so what do we have? The RMS speed of oxygen is V at a particular temperature. If the temperature is doubled, oxygen molecules dissociate, that means they split into oxygen atoms. From molecules they become atoms. The RMS speed becomes. All right, let's start solving this, guys. First of all, what's the formula for RMS velocity? The formula for RMS velocity is root of 3RT by M. Temperature is different, molecular weight is different, hence I know what to do now. So velocity, the new velocity upon the old RMS velocity will be nothing but V is proportional to T, inversely proportional to mass. So it will be proportional to the new temperature. This will be proportional to the old temperature and root of mass. So this will be old molecular mass and this will be the new molecular mass. All right. So now start substituting the values. So V new divided by V will be, what has happened? The temperature is doubled. So new temperature is twice the old temperature, so put 2 over here. The oxygen molecules splits into oxygen atoms. Earlier the molecular mass was 32, now it has become 16. Obviously this is a factor of 2, hence 2 2s are nothing but 4, root of 4 is 2. Hence the new velocity will be 2 times of the old RMS velocity. Is it option C? Yes, it is. Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Sriniti, so much. It means a lot, and it's only because of your love, your support that I am here. And keep supporting, keep getting more and more students. Just you attending is not enough. We need more students on this channel. Only then the channel grows, and when the channel grows, remember, you grow. Without we growing, you won't grow. Without you growing, we don't grow. It's a mutual relationship. It's a symbiotic relationship. Let's move to the next question. And what do we have over here? Thank you, Shyam, over here. So what do we have? Two monochromatic coherent beams, A and B. Intensities are given. If these beams are superimposed, maximum and minimum intensities are. Alright, so if I know individual intensities, we can find the max and the minimum, which is going to happen for constructive and destructive interference like this. So for maximum, that's for constructive interference, the max intensity, you should know the formula, is root of I1 plus a root of I2 whole square. This is the formula. Keep this in mind. And when you are talking about minimum, that means the destructive interference, then the minimum intensity of the resultant light is root I1 minus root I2 whole square. This is the formula, plus and minus. Starting with this one. So root I1, root of L plus root of L by 4 whole square. So oops, this is equal to root L common. So root L 1 plus root 4. Root 4 is 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 whole square. So that will be root L. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 whole square. So this will become root L square is L, 3 square is 9 and 2 square is 4. So 9L by 4. So I can see 9L by 4 only in first option. So option A should be correct. I don't even have to calculate the second option. But for safety purposes, I'm just doing it here. In the exam, you're not going to do it. Remember that. You got it, right? 9L by 4. That's it. Why do you want to find the second one? If there were two 9L by 4 options, then you will solve it again. In the exam, don't waste your time. Here I'm doing it just for solution purpose, nothing else. Okay? So if I was a student, I will never do this in the exam, but at home I'll definitely do it. So this will be root of L minus root of L by 4 whole square. So again, root of L is common. This root of L 1 by 4's root is 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 and this is whole square. So this will be nothing but root of L. 1 minus half is half and whole square. So root L square is L. Half square is 1 by 4. That's the answer. So it matches. You can see for both the answers. Yes. All right. Fair enough. Yes, it matches. So remembering these two formulas has helped. And you should also remember the generic formula. I have done the generic formula based question in the yesterday's class. Remember, the resultant intensity is I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos of del phi. This is the general formula. This is the general formula. For constructive, phase difference is 0. For destructive, phase difference is 180 or pi radians. So that's when you get these special cases. All right, moving on to the next question. Yep. Oh, yes, definitely. Okay. Vedant Nichal, HCV Varma micro course will be available for 2024 and 2025 and 2026 because that's one amazing HCV micro course which I have created. Not just that, you will also get my Irodov, the toughest problems of JEE, toughest and the best question collection micro course in the pro batches. If you are a part of pro batches, you will be able to see the toughest questions. And HC Varma, the most important book for JEE or NEET preparation. Also you will get my derivation micro course. Yes, and also you will get my own problems, my own question banks, numerical problem solving 11th standard micro course exclusively for all the pro students who are enrolled. All right. So moving on. Electron of mass m is accelerated and then the de Broglie wavelength is lambda. If you take a proton and accelerate it by the same potential, then what is the de Broglie wavelength? So let's find, is de Broglie wavelength related to the acceleration, charges and masses? Because I can see somehow it's related to the masses. So whatever energy goes in acceleration, that goes into kinetic energy. So the energy required to accelerate any charge is the charge into the voltage difference. The kinetic energy is half momentum square by the mass, right? That's what it is. And momentum is nothing but h by lambda. That's de Broglie relationship. So it will be nothing but h by lambda whole square. That is E into V. Now if you look over here, the first one is an electron, the second one is a proton. Now if you compare electron and proton, so for electron and proton, charge is the same. And mass is different, h is constant, voltage is also same potential difference. Do you see that? So E is same, V is same, h is a constant, half is a constant. So mass and lambda, I now know what's the relationship if everything is constant. So therefore mass multiplied by the wavelength square is a constant. Did you understand how I got it? Because E, V, half, h, everything is constant. So mass into lambda square is also a constant. I hope this is clear. Definitely Sriniti, PYQs, MCQ modules, crash course material more than enough for you to get 150. And plus attend my classes here. Because I keep getting, no Madhusudan, that is not available separately. Anyways, the pro course price is 4,500. What more you want? In pro course price 4,500, you get my Irodov, HC Verma, you also get my problem solving, you also get derivation, and plus all my batches and other teachers' batches and everything else. So think of it that for 4,000 you have got all additional things also. So might as well go ahead with that. All right, so what will we get, guys? Mass, the initial mass of electron is m, wavelength is lambda square. The mass of the proton is capital M, I suppose. So the new wavelength is lambda 1. So hence lambda 1 square will be lambda square into small m by capital M. So lambda 1 will be lambda root small m by capital M. I think we have got the answer. Is it option A? Yes, it is. Look at this, guys. We have found the new wavelength. Very good, Ishan. Excellent. Good evening, Anthony. Nice to see you. Little bit late, but you can definitely continue from here. Watch the remaining questions later on. Okay, this is purely conceptual, theoretical, fact-based. You know it, or else you will waste a lot of time remembering, deriving, and also analyzing the entire graph. When the frequency of AC to a LCR series circuit is increased gradually from a low value to a high value, then the impedance of the circuit will monotonically increase. Is it first increases then decreases, or it first decreases and then increases, or monotonically it decreases? Thank you, Sriniti, so much, and get in more students, bacha, because we need a lot of students like you. We have to change our country. We have to change the mindset of so many students. We have to make sure that so many students who are deprived of these classes, they watch YouTube, they get all these knowledge, they get all these concepts, and those students who are not able to go or who are not even aware of the colleges and the entrance tests, at least when they know about it, maybe even if they don't get IT, at least they will get some good government college. That's our aim. No problem, Ishan. So let's try and do this question. And remember the graph of impedance versus the frequency. It goes something like this. Impedance decreases and then increases. The graph of current increases and then decreases. This happens, the maxima or the minima happens at resonance. At resonance, impedance is minimum, current is maximum. Least resistance, hence more current. For all other things, impedance increases or the current decreases. Varvinita, solve questions. Whatever questions you solve, you will see that some problems you were not able to remember the theory or the formulas. Only do that. Don't waste time studying everything. Nobody can revise the entire thing in one day. If you will get more confused. If you want, I'll tell you one small trick what you can do if you feel that you just want to revise formulas. If you just want to revise formulas, go to the playlist tab here, bacha. This is a secret. Shh. Keep it with you and tell only your close friends. What is that secret? Where is it? Last minute revision. Okay. Go here slightly. Do you see complete formula revision, bacha? Do you see complete formula revision? Open this playlist. Complete physics formulas for the revision for JEE Mains 2022 with tricks and tips. Although it is for JEE, obviously Newton's law is Newton's law, na? For KVPY, JEE, NEET, it's the same thing. Click on this. It's a 2-hour 33-minute class. Watch it. All formulas will be revised. Okay. Yes. For NEET also, Deep Deva, Newton's laws will be Newton's laws. No. How will it change? Impedance will be impedance. It will not become resistance. Hai na? So guys, even if you are JEE student, NEET student, doesn't matter. Watch it. Lot of people keep searching. What is the best NEET lecture? What is the best JEE lecture? Learn from the teacher. Learn from that video where you can understand. Whether the title says JEE, NEET, doesn't matter. Whether the title says West Bengal JEE, whether it says MHTCT, doesn't matter. Concept is the same. Problem difficulty will change. Remember that. Alright? Okay. Moving on to the next question. 1000 drops of water of radius 1 centimeter each carry charge of this much. ESU is also a unit of charge. Combined to form a drop, the capacitance increases by. Okay. So, how does the capacitance increase? Think about it. If you have a drop, does it have capacitance? Yes. If you have a drop, it is basically a isolated capacitor. It's an isolated capacitor. And if it is radius r, the capacitance is given by 4 pi epsilon naught into radius. That's the capacitance of a just isolated spherical capacitor. No problem, Sriniti. Thank you. Welcome, Varnita. All right. So now 1000 drops combine into one drop. Each drop, let's say, had radius of 1 centimeter. This big drop has a radius of how many centimeters? I don't know. We can figure it out. Volume will be same. So since total volume is conserved or constant, hence initial volume will be 1000 into 4 by 3 pi, radius is 1 whole cube, is final volume only one sphere, 4 by 3 pi, the final radius cube. 4 by 3 pi cancels, 1 cube is 1, so r cube will be 1000, so r will be 10 centimeters. Now if you notice what has happened, earlier the radius was 1 centimeter, final the radius has become 10 centimeters, so the radius has become 10 times. Radius has become 10 times. So if the radius becomes 10 times, if this becomes 10 times, how many times will the capacitance be? If RHS increases 10 times, LHS obviously has to increase 10 times. No doubt about it. Hence, the option will be B. Yes, it is correct. Option B. Very well. Shall we move ahead to the next one, guys? Understood? Concepts involved. Volume conservation. Simple geometry based question. From that you found a new radius. After that, what did you do? You figured out capacitance is directly related to radius. This is an isolated spherical capacitor. Keep this in mind. Alright, bacha. Shall we move ahead? Okay, moving on. Okay, purely conceptual, theoretical, knowledge based question. Sphere, cube, circular plate. All are made of the same material, have the same mass. Same mass, you are converting it into different shapes. First a cube, then you beat it and make it a sphere, and then you beat it and then you make it a plate. So same mass, same material, you heat it to the same temperature. If you leave it in air at the room temperature, then which one will cool the fastest? You heat it, leave it in the surrounding, which one do you think will cool the fastest? Come on, I want your spam in this class for this particular question. You should be able to solve it within 20 seconds. Arun Mani, welcome, Bacha. Time to light up the chat box as well as the exam paper. Tomorrow's exams paper will be lit because you're attending the class here on WBJEE Enlite. Let's do this question. Come on, think, is it sphere, is it cube, is it plate, or all of this? Spam. Okay. Deep Deva, I will do more MCQs in the end of towards the end of, let's say this academic year. I mean, not 2022 year, but when NEET exam is close by. First, I want to do all the one-shots of all the important chapters for NEET and JEE in the month of May end and June initial, and then I will be doing only problem solving, continuous problem solving will be there. Many problems. But in physics, it's not about solving 100 questions. In bio, you should solve 100 questions, but for physics, you should solve quality questions. Okay, because physics is numerical based, conceptual based and all of that. So for physics, you have to solve many problems and I'll be helping you out with the problem solving, bacha. Sphere, wrong. You guys are wrong. It's the plate. That's why this question was there. Yeah, it's not sphere, guys, it's plate. So why is it a plate? Think, out of all these three things, the volume will be same, but area is least here. Here the area is maximum. Area is least here, area is maximum here. When the area is maximum, heat loss will also be maximum. If you remember, heat lost via radiation is E sigma A T raised to 4. It depends on the area. Plate, when you hit that material, it becomes a sheet. A sheet has a large area. When you consolidate it, accumulate it, it becomes a sphere. Sphere has the least area. It will be cooling the slowest. Yeah, no, it does not. Sphere does not have the greatest surface area. It's a sheet which has the greatest surface area. Okay, shall we move ahead? All right, cool. So what do we have next? A metal wire of circular cross section has a resistance R1. The wire is stretched without breaking. The length is doubled. Interesting. Density is assumed to remain the same. If the resistance of the wire now becomes R2, then R2 by R1. Come on, you should be able to do this. If you attended my class yesterday, we have done a little bit similar question in previous class. Now my eyes are paining a little bit. I need to just put on my filter. Thanks to my doctor's recommendation. All right. Yes. All right, guys. So Vijay, just leave a comment below. I will help you out with that. Yes, similar model, Anthony. That's why I'm waiting. This is very, very common question in all these exams. So how do you do this? Metal wire of cross-sectional area has resistance R1. Now that it is stretched. So remember the formula of resistance is rho L by A. And since density is constant, it also means volume is constant. And volume is nothing but area into length. That's it. Area into length is constant. So therefore, I shall say that resistance is rho, length. Instead of area, I'll put it as volume by length. So it will become rho L square by volume. Now it's simple. I'll tell you why. You have stretched it so that the length is doubled. So if L is made 2 times L square will become how many times? Obviously it will become 4 times. 2 square is 4. Now rho is same, V same, constant. Rho is not density, it is, be careful, it's resistivity. Okay, so if RHS becomes 4 times, the resistance will also, LHS also should become 4 times. So the ratio should be 4:1. And that's the answer. Yes, option C, of course. Option C, of course. Yeah, West Bengal joint entrance exam. Thank you, Anthony, for telling it. Very good. Excellent. Got it. Moving on. Yes, now you remember. See guys, this is why I say you should practice. Just by seeing one type, pattern, model of question, you will understand it, but you will not be able to solve it in the exam. If you solve it at least one more time, then you will be like, now I got it. You solve it one more time, that's it. It has gone inside your head. Nobody can remove it. So that's why you should solve many problems. Practice. Two particles, A and B, both at rest, start moving towards each other under the mutual force of attraction. That the instant when the speed of A is v, the speed of B is 2v. The speed of the center of mass is. Yes. Let's solve this question. We have two masses. M1, this is moving with speed v. This is M2, this is moving with speed 2v. The question is, what is the speed of the center of mass? Now you might think of applying the formula of center of mass, which is VCM, which is M1V1 plus M2V2, okay, upon M1 plus M2, but there is no need of that. I'll tell you why. Because it's not a question on this formula, it's a question on something else. There is a mutual gravitational force. So if I ask you what is the external force, then your answer will be 0, because gravity is internal force. If external force is 0, then the acceleration of the center of mass will be 0. Hence, that velocity of the center of mass will be basically at rest. It will just stay there. These two masses will come over here. Center of mass will not move. Hence, the answer should be option A, 0. Yes, it is. Good evening, Sanya. Vandana, I'm very good. I hope your exams are going great in 10th standard, or if it has started at least. All right. When is my batch starting, Vijay? Right now, my first batch at least is not starting. If I come later on, I'll definitely let you know, okay? I'll let you know. Most likely it will start, but what it will start, when it will start, I'll let you know. But don't worry, Vijay, let me tell you, all teachers are amazing. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it, because I know them personally. They all teach very well. You will never face difficulty, okay? If you find that a teacher is not better than me, then you come and tell me. All the teachers will be better than me only. Very good, Vandana. Keep it up. Yes, the answer is 0, bacha. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. A train is moving with some speed. Observer is approaching the train with some speed. If the train blows a whistle, Siti bajaye, ta ta ta. Okay, so 1000 hertz. Then the velocity of sound is given. What is the apparent frequency? Okay guys, let's solve this question. So I think Doppler effect, of course. So what do we have? Train over here, sounding this horn, this observer over here. They both are approaching each other, and the frequency apparent will be the original frequency. Speed of sound here plus minus, speed of the detector, speed of the source. That's how it is. All right. So let's solve this question. Start substituting the values. Original frequency 1000. VV, speed of sound. What is it? Where is it given? Is it given somewhere? Yeah, 333. Source is coming closer, so it will increase the frequency. Increasing the frequency by reducing the denominator. So put minus sign, and this will be 33. And detector is also coming close. It will increase the apparent frequency. So the way to increase this is by increasing the numerator. So put plus and plus 33. So now this will become 1000. This will become 366. This will become 300. 0 goes. So this will become 10 into, what is it? 122. So this will become 1220. 1220. Yes, that's the answer. Option A, of course. Done. Very good. Amazing. Go. Very good, Ishan. Excellent day. And glad to know that you are a part of JEE 2024. A lot of JEE 2024 students. I can already see. We have Vijay, we have Vandana, we have Ishan. Very good. And we also have even junior grade students. We also have 2022 students. Wow, what a mixed batch. And that's the beauty of YouTube. All students are there. 12th, 11th, I don't know, even probably some teachers are watching it. Who knows? Believe me, I was checking out the channel data, and I was thinking the average age of the students or average age of the subscribers. So a lot of students under 18, but many students in the age of 30 to 40 age. So yeah, good. I'm so glad you guys are watching it. I'm so happy and I'm so proud. Very good. So let's move on to the next one. The input to the digital circuit as shown below are. Okay, so what do we have? How much did I get in 10th grade? Oh my god, why are you asking me this question? Okay, so I got, I think, around 86 or 87% in my 10th grade. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so guys, don't think that I'm a topper or something, okay? And I'm very happy about it. And this is also to motivate and tell you that, guys, just because somebody got 99% does not mean that he will be the best, and does not mean even if you get 50%, you have lost everything in life. It doesn't matter. Yes, you will always work for the best. I'm not saying that you should get 50%, but remember, nothing is lost. You have to work on your skills. Okay, I did not just bank on that, oh, I should get only 90%. I knew I was good at many other things. So that's how it works. Yeah. So moving on, the input to the digital circuits are given. So what is the output? The algebraic equation, the Boolean algebraic equation. So this is obviously a NAND. This is a NOT. This is a OR. Whenever you have AND, it is a dot. Whenever you okay, and over here this is NOT, that means you put a bar. When you have OR, you put a plus. So this operation will be not plus, my bad, it's AND first, A and B, the NOT of it, this becomes your NAND. C is NOT, so C bar, C becomes C bar over here, and these all combine to become OR. So OR means put plus, that will give you Y. That will give you Y. And this is your basic formula, De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. So De Morgan's law, A dot B whole bar is A bar plus B bar. That's it. And plus C bar comes here as it is. That's it. That's your final answer, my warriors. Where is it? Option C. Done, done, done. Excellent. A. Very good. No problem, Vijay. Yeah, we have droppers course Madhulika, but not specifically separate on YouTube, because droppers are free and allowed to watch both 11th and 12th grade classes. But since you're taking a drop and you are very serious about it, I would say apart from YouTube, you should enroll into a proper course, not completely depend on YouTube. Some channels might say, okay, you can watch only YouTube, but guys, you're taking 1 year risk. It's not a joke. So I don't want to play with your lives. Make sure you join a course and do proper systematic studies, because again, the chance will not come. Okay. So that's one thing I can assure you, that once you join a course, your ranks, marks, everything will guaranteedly improve and you will get a very good college, rather than, not having a systematic study. That's a big risk, let me tell you. Okay, moving on to the next question. Very true, Ishan, and I completely second. I completely agree with you. More than studies, it's the guidance and the strategies which matter. See, I'm not saying I'm the best physics teacher, okay? But you should always remember that lot of things which you don't know, you should get to know. You should know how to attempt. You should know the strategy. You should know what to do at this stage. What are the common problems? So that's why I give all these important sessions, motivation, strategy, etc. Because, all these things matter in life. Just physics, chemistry, maths is not your life. Remember that. Yes, physics, chemistry, maths is going to decide your rank, but that's not your complete life. You should have other skills. You should know everything around you, what you should do at that age, what you should not do. If you have that, that's it. You will be much ahead than a knowledgeable person also. So you should be straight smart. The Young's modulus of a metal is this much. The breaking stress is this much. In the case of longitudinal strain, the maximum energy that can be stored per cubic meter in this metal is maximum energy that can be stored. Let's try to understand the problem. Maximum energy stored per unit volume. This is nothing but your energy density. Energy density has a simple formula, half stress into strain, but strain is not given, stress is given. So I will convert it using this formula. Young's modulus is stress by strain. Therefore, strain is stress divided by Young's modulus. So I'll put, instead of strain, I'll put stress by Young's modulus, and I will just write it over here, half stress into this. So it will be half stress square by Young's modulus. Now everything is given, let's start substituting it. When you want maximum energy, that means it is at the breaking stress. Max energy will be when the stress is maximum. Look at this, it's in the numerator. Y is the constant. So just put the value of sigma as, what is it? 10 to the power 8. So breaking stress is 10 to the power 8. Everything is in SI units, don't have to worry. Young's modulus is 10 to the power 10, of course. So this will become half is nothing but 0.5. 10 to the power 8 square, 10 to the power 16 divided by 10 to the power 10. 16 minus 10 is 6. So into 10 to the power 6 joules per meter cube. 10 to the power 6 is mega. So I have 0.5 megajoules per meter cube, which is option B, of course. No, it is not option A. Hi Kirito, long time no see. I hope you guys are doing great. Okay, Rahul, standard will be this much only. We have analyzed all the papers. Models will also be very similar. Nobody can tell you this will be the exact question, but the models will be similar. So develop the aptitude for this. See how it is solved. See where you have made mistakes, Rahul Narayan Singha. B is the correct answer. Yes, B. Option B. Look at this, 0.5 into 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 is mega. Alright, 1? No, why will it be 1? Half is there, right? So be careful. Half stress into strain, many people forget that half. Okay. Great, moving on to the next one. Assume that the earth rotates in a circular orbit around the sun 365 days. The mass of the sun gets doubled. The radius of the orbit remains unchanged. Then what will be the new length of the year? Usually you see questions on Kepler's third law, but this is slightly modified. Okay, you remember Kepler's third law, time period is 2 pi root of radius cube by g into the mass of the central mass. This is your Kepler's law, okay, in the proper formula. Now, if you notice, the distance from the sun or the radius is the same, only the mass of the sun has changed. So that means time period is inversely proportional to root of m. So start solving it. So original time period was 365. New time period, I don't know, will be root of the old mass. The old mass was m, the new mass is 2m. So therefore time period will be, take t on the top, 365, m gets cancelled, root 2 comes over here. 365 by root 2, root 2 is 1.414. So obviously 730 no, 516 no. Is it 183 or 258? I think, look at this, 365 divided by 1.414. So approximately 1.5. Yes guys, it can't be 183, it has to be 258 approximately. Yes, it is. You don't have to sit and calculate it, obviously. Varnita, everybody feels that. You are not alone. When I wrote the exam also, no, I also felt that. I'll tell you something. Even if I go and write the exam now, no, I will also feel that, oh my God, I don't know this, I don't know that. If I put myself in the form of a student, but that's the case every time, not just for this exam. Even if I give you 2 more years, even if I sit in front of you and teach you, even if you study from all the resources, still on the day of exam, you'll feel that. That's what exam pressure is, and you need to learn to handle that. And this is not just for exam, it will happen at many instances in your life. You feel that you have done everything, but when the actual moment, when that actual exam and that actual test comes, you feel that you have lost, or you feel that you don't know, or you start thinking about those things which you don't know. So learn to, balance, learn to, remove that nervousness, learn how to handle that pressure. If you learn to handle that pressure, you can win half of that battle or even more than that. Remember that. Okay, hi Sonalika, welcome bacha log. Moving on to the next question. Very good, very good. Many of you got it before, I guess. Yes. Sanya, sleep bacha, sleep well. And just, I'll tell you one thing, Sanya, I just showed you guys one playlist, formula revision. Don't even have to see it. Put earphones nicely and listen to it. No strain on eyes, nothing. If you feel that, oh, wait, I need to see what sir is teaching, then only for that part you see. Otherwise, put earphones nicely. You can, listen to it like an audio book. That's what I would say. Okay. So, Vijay, tomorrow you're going to see motivation session for all of you. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be there. A conducting loop in the form of a circle is placed in a uniform magnetic field with its plane perpendicular to the direction of the field. An EMF will be induced in the loop if, multiple options, more than one, correct? More than one. I just put more than one because you can always have multiple options correct even in a single correct option exam. Like the options can be A, B, C are correct, or A and D are correct, none of them are correct, all of them are correct. So you can get it even in a single choice exam. So in this, more than one options are correct. Which are those options? Draw the diagram. You have a loop in the form of a circle placed in a uniform magnetic field with its plane perpendicular to the direction of the field. This is a plane and the magnetic field is perpendicular. This is how it is. Okay. So when all do you think the EMF will be induced? EMF will come only if flux changes. That is your Faraday's law. That is your Faraday's law. Keep this in mind. So if it moves like this, the lines cutting through it will be same, flux will be constant. So no change at all because flux will be constant in the first case. It is rotated about 1/2 its diameter. This is the diameter, you rotate it. So the lines cutting through it will keep on changing. Sometimes more lines, sometimes less lines, no lines, more lines, even more lines. So flux changes, hence this will be true. It's rotated about its own axis, which is parallel to the field. Parallel to the magnetic field means like this. And if you rotate it like that, doesn't matter, the lines cutting through that will be the same. So hence it will not change. Last, the loop is deformed. Obviously, if you deform, now obviously the new field lines will pass, some field lines will miss, shape changes, area changes, flux changes. So naturally D will be correct. Hence the correct answers will be B and D. And some of you said that. Who is that? Bhumika and Ishan. Very good, guys. Congratulations. Proud of you. So both B and D are correct. Remember, this was a question on flux change, or basically your Faraday's law. Whenever flux changes, then EMF is introduced. Moving on to the next question. What do we have over here? We have a magnetic needle whose magnetic moment is given, and then we are being asked that the moment of inertia is given and it is placed in field. What is the time taken to complete one oscillation? So magnetic moment, magnetic field, oscillations. I think I know what to do. Whenever there is external field and there is magnetic moment, then there is a torque. The torque is mb sine theta. But when theta is small, then you can write torque as mb into theta. This thing becomes your constant, torque constant. And then just like your force is kx, here torque, equivalent of force in rotation, is some constant into angular displacement. From this you get the time period formula, which is 2 pi under root. Instead of mass by spring constant, here you have moment of inertia by this constant of proportionality in torque, which is mb. This is your formula. Now use it. Everything else you know. So 2 pi root of moment of inertia is 100 into 10 to the power minus 6. Magnetic moment is 10 to the power minus 2. Magnetic field is also 10 to the power minus 2. So this will become 2. Pi is 3.14. Root of this will become 10 to the power minus 4. This will also become 10 to the power minus 4. This will just become 1. Obviously these numbers are same. So this will be 2 into 3.14 into 1, which is 6.28 seconds. Is that option there somewhere? Yep, option C it is. Perfect. Amazing. Very good, Arun. Awesome. Everybody bhalo, Ashi? Very good. Very good, Ishan. Everybody bhalo? Okay, bhalo means good, okay, I think. Yeah. No, my VPL is not completed. And guys, please don't embarrass me. You have to make me proud. You have to win, okay? Bethlehem Nigatu, I just told you, it is there in the playlist. Just go to playlist, bacha. I just showed it to you. This playlist, right over here. Go to playlist, go down, last minute revision. See, there is a slider over here. You have to hit that slider. You will see, oops, all the playlists over here. So just go to the formula revision playlist. All the formula revision playlists are there. All right, bacha. Okay, moving on to the next question. What do we have? A capacitor having capacity of C is charged by a cell. The cell is disconnected and terminals are reversed. What is the heat produced? Okay, these kind of questions require only one principle, and I'll tell you what that principle is. The principle is, whatever is the work done by battery goes in change in the potential energy of the capacitor, and the rest of it goes in the form of heat. Remember this equation? This equation will save your day, help you in the energy loss calculation for capacitor related problems. Now draw the diagram for this question. See, you had a capacitor. This is the battery. This is V, this is C. The charge on it was CV. This was plus, this was minus. You disconnect it. That means it is like this. Still plus and minus remains. Now what you do? You reverse the terminal. So you reverse the terminal and then you connect them. So from this, what you have done? You have connected the terminal. So what will happen, guys? You will see now this will become plus, this will become minus. The charge will still remain magnitude wise CV only. Okay, because it's the same battery, just that the terminals are reversed. So in this process, how much energy was lost or heat was created? First of all, understand what is the change in the energy stored in the capacitor. If you look at the initial energy it is half CV square. If you look at the final energy, also it is half CV square. Polarities don't matter. Voltage, even if it is reversed, it is squared. V square, plus or minus doesn't matter. So magnitude of energy is same. Hence, this value is 0. There is no change in the potential energy stored in the spring. Everybody clear? Now, what's the next thing? Okay, Arun, no, I don't think so that answer is correct. I'll tell you what you should do now. Now, look at work done by the battery. Work done by the battery is always calculated by charge multiplied by the potential difference. Charge which flows through the battery into potential difference. Observe, this is the battery. There is some charge which flows. Observe this. There was plus CV charge here. Here on this plate, there was plus CV charge. On the same plate now, there is minus CV charge. Plus CV became minus CV. Where did that charge go? Obviously, that charge has gone here. The charge has flown over here. It flows like this. Plus 2 became minus 2. Means what is the change? Plus 2 becomes minus 2, change is 4. So plus CV becomes minus CV means the change is 2 CV. That's the concept. So the amount of charge which flows is 2 CV. Plus became minus. Be careful. Hi Chan. Did you understand this? This is very conceptual. Make sure you are convinced about it. Usually Chan it's 7 o'clock, sometimes at 6 o'clock, 90% 7 o'clock. So hence the charge which has flown is 2 CV. Potential difference is V is equal to 0 plus heat. Therefore, the amount of heat will be 2 CV square, which is option A, of course. Yes, option A. Many students fail to realize that potential energy did not change. And students who realize this also, they think, oh, potential energy did not change. So why will there be energy loss? They will look for 0 option. Actually, I should have put 0 also. Many students mark 0. They forget that the charges flow through the battery, and when the battery allows the charges to flow from low to high, it does work. In fact, it has to do work to make the charges flow, to charge the battery itself, capacitor itself. So there is some work involved, and it also involves heat loss. Keep this in mind. All right, beautiful question. Moving on to the next one. Yes, Ishan, indeed a nice concept as well. Very good, J. Kevin. Yes, Ankita. Very good, very good. Studio tour. Oh, definitely, bacha. I'll do it someday. 0 to hero, Sriniti, it's usually at 7 o'clock. Okay, 7 o'clock. But remember, Sriniti and others, I'm going to take a break from zero to superhero. Why? Board exams are there. But does it mean I will not do any classes? No. I'll be doing board specific classes, some 11th to 12th moving classes. Yes, a lot of 20-23 students also want. And I'll be taking up few mock tests here and there just to keep you active in NEET and JEE. Okay. So I'll be doing few things. But remember, major focus for the next 2 to 3 weeks is on boards. So make sure you attend my classes here because I'm going to put in a lot of effort for your boards as well. Okay. So sorry droppers, but remember you have many of my videos on this channel which you can watch still, and I really want all the students to benefit from this channel. Okay. So let's see if you can solve this question. For a diamagnetic substance, guys, X is less than 1, mu r is more than 1. What is it? What is X? X is susceptibility, mu r is relative permeability. Yes, if you enroll into JEE DRISHTI crash course, sorry, not crash course, if you enroll into JEE DRISHTI batch, the normal batch, you get KVPY, you get CET, you get revision, you get final test series, you get regular batches, you get Tattva, you get everything is there. Okay, Arun Kumar saying B, is it? Let's have a look. Come on, what do others say? Oops, it is not B, it is C. Susceptibility and relative permeability. Mu r is 1 plus X. This mu r is less than 1. Hence, this susceptibility comes out to be a negative number. Diamagnetic. For para, mu r is more than 1 and susceptibility is positive. And for ferro Rocher, so for ferro Rocher, what do you have, guys? Much more than 1 and susceptibility is obviously positive again. So this is how it goes. Moving on to the next one. What do we have? Yes, they have range less than 1. Happens. You should remember the concepts and revise the concepts. You make mistakes but learn from it. A solid sphere of radius r rolls up a rough inclination 30. The angular deceleration of the sphere is how much? Let's try and solve this question. What do we have? So we have a sphere, it's going up. So obviously it will accelerate down or angular decelerate downwards or backwards. Velocity and angular velocity will be like that. So I think I know how to solve these kind of questions. If this theta is given, there is a direct formula. Remember this will save your day. A is G sine theta upon 1 plus, what is that 1 plus? It is nothing but I divided by mr square. This is the formula, it helps you a lot. And once you know acceleration, you can find alpha is nothing but A by R. So this will be nothing but G sine theta upon R into 1 plus I by mr square. That's it. Now start substituting the values, you will get the answer. So G is 10, sine theta, sine of 30, which is nothing but half, divided by R, which is not given, 1 plus moment of inertia, it's a solid sphere, so 2 by 5 mr square, not 2 by 3. So 2 by 5 mr square, and again mr square is there below. So mr square goes. So let's see what do we get. 10 into half is nothing but 5, of course. R is there as it is. 1 plus 2 by 5, that's 7 by 5, right? So what should I get? 5 goes on the top, 5 5s are 25, and I will get 7R. So do I have 25 by 7? Ooh, yeah, I have 25 by 7R. Yes, it is there. Option D. Very good, Bhumika. Arun, we are almost towards the end. Don't worry. When you are going to start crash course after the board exam, Srinidhi, there is a crash course starting this Monday itself. There's a link in the description box. Make sure you join it. After the board is also there will be a crash course, but that will be too late. You can still join, but I would suggest please join it now itself, because at least the term 2 topics will be over. Don't do this mistake. Many students will do this mistake. They will have very little time, crunch time. You will feel that you should have joined it before. Trust me on this. At least watch 10 to 20% of the classes by the time your boards get over. at least you'll be 20%, 25% ahead of others. Don't do that mistake, bacha. Please don't join it later on. Although it will be helpful, but you will get more time. That's all I would say. So a quick reminder, what you should do and what you should not do in tomorrow's exam. Make sure you carry your admit card. Also carry your photo ID card, either Aadhaar, PAN or passport or voter ID. Please remember this. Pack your bags now only. Don't pack it in the morning. Carry water bottle, whatever. No need to carry pen. Pen will be provided, but still if you want, you carry just on the safety side. Blue or black ball point pen only, not pencil. Watch, calci, log, tables, mobiles, smartwatches, nothing is allowed. Keep that in mind. There will be a clock in the front. And all the details are there on your admit card, all the instructions. Please read it carefully. Remember the pattern. So make a strategy what you are going to do first. How many of you decided which subject to solve first? If you have not, decide it at least today. Don't spend time in the exam. Also decide which category you are going to solve first, category 1, 2 or 3. Okay, make that strategy, stick to it. Don't change it in the exam hall. It's a paper based test. Also, one most important guideline which I wanted to tell you, please do not fill your OMR in the end. A lot of students are going to tick mark the questions. This is the answer, this is the answer, that is the answer, and you will wait for the end. Oh, these are the answers, I'll bubble in the end. Don't do that. You will never realize when the time is over, the examiner will just snatch away the answer sheet. So make sure as soon as you do it, if you're confident, mark it. If you're not confident, just maybe you can put a star mark on your question paper only for those few questions. But for others, please solve it. Ideally speaking, you should not come back to a question because you don't have time. So if you attempt it then and there. Don't come back. Don't think I will come back to this question. Please do all this planning now. Sleep at least for 6 hours. Okay, some of you might need some extra study, but at least for 6 hours, please do that. It is easy. It's a complete game of accuracy, your concentration, avoiding mistakes, and remembering without getting tensed or nervous. Please do that, everybody. All the best from my side. And remember, the crash course is there just for you, all right, for JEE. And let me also warn you in advance that although we are giving you all these things, classes, assignments, doubt solving, extended recordings till the last exam, test, all India rank comparison, all of this, although it is there for 1,800 using my coupon code, these prices are going to increase from Monday. If your friends who are thinking or your cousins who are thinking of joining the crash course, I'm telling you now only. Don't tell me, sir, you should have told me, no, I would have bought it at least now. Later on, why I have to pay extra? So please remember, buy it off now only. Monday, the prices are increasing at least by 1,000 rupees. Okay, so keep this in mind. Thank you very much for joining in. Share this video with your friends who will be benefited. I hope this session was very fruitful. And do not forget to smash the like, leave your comments. All the very best from your favorite Captain Shreyas. And I'll be waiting for you on the other side. Tomorrow I'll have a very important motivational session for all of you. Please be there. It's going to be very interesting. We are going to rock it like Rocky, guys. So see you. Do well, sleep well, eat well, and stay focused. Do not worry. It's all going to be fine. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Shreyas here, Captain's signing off. Hasta la vista.